Hello friends, my last video basically I cover how we are going to install MySQL in Windows 10. In this video I am going to show how we are going to connect with the database, how we are going to select the values, how we are going to create the table like that. Okay, let's start with that. Before going to start, what we have to do, we have to use install MySQL driver. Now we have to use, before going to connect with that MySQL, we have to use MySQL driver. Okay, we have to install MySQL driver. For the Python needs a MySQL driver to access the MySQL database. In this video, we will use the driver MySQL connector. We are going to recommend that you have to use pip to install MySQL connector. Pip is most likely already installed in your Python environment. For that, what we have to do, we have to use pip install MySQL connector Python. Okay, and enter. Now you can see it in my system already we have installed MySQL connector. Okay, now what we have to do, we are going to import the MySQL connector. Import MySQL dot connector. If you are going to run this one and if you will not get any error, then you will see you are importing the MySQL connector correctly. Okay, and is working fine. Now what we have to do, we are going to create the connection. Now I am going to show you how you are going to create the connection with MySQL. For that, what we have to do, we have used mydb equal to MySQL dot connector dot connect, and we have to pass host name, that is localhost, comma username. The username, when you are doing the installation, what are username you used? I have root, and password. We have admin, the password. Now we have to print mydb. Okay. Now you run and see. Right. If you are able to see MySQL connected or connection, MySQL connection object is this one. If you will get any error on that, either with the username and password, you are not able to connect with the MySQL. Okay, please check your username and password and the host name that you provided during the installation. For me, I didn't get any error. That means it's working fine. Now we will go with second step, how we are going to create the database in Python. To create the database in MySQL, we are going to use create database statement. Okay. My cursor equal to mydb dot cursor, and after that my cursor dot execute, and now I am going to pass the query create database text solution. Okay. Now after executing, after running this Python code, what will happen? This path, right, localhost, that is going to create the text solution database. Now let's run and see. Okay, it's not giving any error, right? That means your database is created in your MySQL. Now if you are going to run once again, then what will happen? It will give the error. What the error it will give? It will give text solution database is already exit, right? Let's run once again and see. Right? It's saying MySQL connector dot error database can't create text solution or database exists, right? Now I am going to show you, check if the database exists or not. You can check if the database exists by listing the database in your system by using the show database statement. Now what I will do, I am going to remove this one, and now I am going to use my cursor dot execute, and we are going to pass show databases. Okay, and I am going to use for loop for x in my cursor print x. Okay, now what will happen? It will basically connect with the localhost database, and it will show all the database under the localhost. Okay, let's run and see. Right, we will see information schema is there, MySQL performance schema, that is not required. Basically we have Sakila, text solution and world. Ignore system, performance schema and information schema. Okay, now what the next we are going to do? Now you see it, we are access to the localhost root and admin to using the username and password, and will show all the database. Right, now if you want to connect with only the particular database, just like a Sakila, text solution or world, then we have to pass extra parameter on there to connect with the particular database. Okay, then we have to use database equal to double quote tech solutions. Okay, what will happen here? It will connect with the particular database text solution only. Okay, now what we are going to do? We are going to create the table under the text solution database. To create a table in MySQL, we are going to use create table statement. Make sure you define the name of the database when you are going to create the connection, and we already defined it here, right? Database text solution. Okay, now I am going to create the table under the text solution database. For that, what we have to use? We have to use my cursor dot execute, and now going to create the table customer. Create table customers name varchar 255, and we are going to pass the address varchar 255. Okay, when you are going to execute this code, then what will happen is going to create the table under the text solution database. Okay, and the table name will be the customers, and the field is basically this name and address, and data type is there varchar 255 and varchar 255 for the address. Okay, let's execute this one. Server version for the right syntax to use near. So one parenthesis is missing here. Okay, let's run once again. Right, you didn't get any error. That means your table is created customer under the text solution database. If this code is executed without any error, then you have now successful created a table. Right, now what we are going to do? We are going to check if the table exists or not. For that, what we are going to do? We are going to use the listing of the table in your database with the show tables statement. Now I am going to comment this one. My cursor dot execute. I am going to use show tables. I am using the for loop for x in my cursor and print x. Then what will happen? That table name customer is going to print on that. Right, let's run and see. Right, customer tables is printing. Right, under the text solution database we have only one table. What is the table name? That is customers. Okay, now what we are going to do? Now I am going to show how we are going to create the primary key on that. Right, when creating a table, you should also create a column with the unique key for each record. This can be done by defining a primary key. We use the statement integer auto increment primary key, which will insert a unique number for each record starting at 1 and increase by 1 for each record. Okay, I'm going to create a table with the primary key. Okay, now I'm going to uncomment this one and create a new table PRI with the primary key. ID integer auto increment with the primary key and name varchar 255 address varchar 255. We are going to close this one and this. Right now what will happen here, that is basically I am going to create the table customer PRI with the IDs, that is auto increment, and that will be unique. That means we are going to increment the values by 1, 2, 3, 4 based on your increment key, right? Now I am going to execute this one. Then what will happen, we are able to see two tables. One is the customers that we created earlier and second one customer PRI. Okay, let's run and see. Right, first table is created customers and second is customers PRI. For that this code, right, we are executing this one, show tables, and after that we are using for loops. Okay, this is clear now. Now if you are going to add that, now if the table already exists and you want to change the table, for that what we are going to use, we have the keyword alter table. For alter table what we have to do, we are going to change the existing tables. Okay, now I am going to remove this one. Now what I am going to do, I am going to write my customers.execute and then we are going to alter table, going to add customers tables and going to add new column, add column ID integer auto increment primary key. Okay, let's execute and see. Okay, we are not getting any error. That means that we are going to alter the table names ID with the auto increment primary key. Okay, this is clear now. Now I am going to insert some values into the customers tables. Right, to fill a table in MySQL we are going to use insert into statement. Okay, now I am going to remove this one and now I am going to add some values into the tables. Insert into customers name and address. Okay, and values we are going to percentage, comma percentage, and value equal to John and highway 213. And now my cursor dot execute SQL dot comma value my db dot commit and print my cursor dot execute my cursor dot row count comma records inserted. Okay. Now we are going to insert into customer tables this one, values with the John and highway 213, and that is going to execute your queries. And mydb.commit, this is very important. What the mydb.commit will do? It is required to make the changes. Otherwise, no changes are made to the table. If you are not going to use mydb.commit, nothing is going to impact your table customers. Okay, then you are going to make sure mydb.commit should be there when you are going to insert any data, when you are going to insert any data into the particular customer tables. Okay, now I am going to run. So what will happen? One records count is going to insert into the table customers. Okay, let's run and see. Okay, one records inserted. Right, now what we are going to do? We are going to insert multiple rows into the tables. Okay, to insert multiple rows into a table, we have to use execute many method. The second parameter of the execute many method is a list of tuple containing the data you want to insert. Now what I am going to do? I am going to insert multiple rows into a table. Insert onto customers name, address, value, that will be the same. Value is basically that we are going to pass a list of tuples. Peter, comma, Low Street 4. I'm going to copy, paste John Cena, New York 134. Copy and paste entry England 156. Okay, Richards Scotland 789. Okay, 4 values I am going to insert into the table customers. Right, now what I am going to do after that, my cursor dot execute many, and then we are going to pass equal comma values. Okay, now after that my cursor dot commit mydb commit and print my cursor dot row count, passing how many records that we are inserting into the particular table customers. Okay, inserted. Now execute this one and see how many records are inserted. 4 rows basically inserted into the table customer. Right, now if you want to get the insert ID of the row, you just use to insert ID by asking the cursor object. Okay, if you want to insert more than one row, then ID of the last insert row is returned. Okay, now what I am going to do, I am going to return the last row of the IDs. Value equal to Michael Blue Village, and this my cursor dot execute instead of many because we are inserting only one row, and then mydb dot commit and one record inserted. Right, print one records inserted and ID, or the ID will be the last record, that is in my cursor dot last row ID. Okay, now what will happen? Now one more row is going to insert into the customer tables, and what will happen? What is going to return? Last row ID. Okay, let's run and see. Right, what the ID? 6th. Right, that is going to display on that. 6th row is going to insert into the customer table. For today, that's it. Thank you so much for watching my video.